Getting all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the New England Patriots 10-year dynasty here on Madden 24. That is right. We are almost done. We've got 2 episodes, including this one, left. So that means it is episode number 9, season number 9. I cannot believe we've gotten to this point and we have so much success. Now, obviously, we've built this team to have this much success, but you never know with Madden Simulation if it's going to actually give you the success that you want to have as consistently as you do want it. Because Madden Simulation can be very, very harsh towards you. We've experienced that plenty of times in the past on this channel. But we do have ourselves a dynasty brewing here. We have gone, I'm pretty sure is it 4 titles or is it 3 titles? Now I gotta remember. I think it's 4. I think it's 4 championships. It's at least 4 I don't know. Whatever it is, you guys know that I don't record these back-to-back, so I don't remember what we did in the last episode. It's at least 4 championships, at least 3 championships, I should say, but it could be 4 championships. I don't know how many we've won in a row. We'll find out at the end of the episode because I'll go back and look at the season recap, depending on if we win or not. I'll still do that even if we lose, but hopefully we keep winning. We are starting to run out of money, which is understandable because we have a lot of very expensive players on the team and we're trying to keep them around. But we have established that Drake Maye has all but assumed the second position in Patriots history as the greatest quarterback of all time, right behind Tom Brady. So, and even now at this point, Drake Maye is probably the second greatest quarterback in the NFL because I'm assuming he's past Patrick Mahomes. He's got multiple MVPs. He's got multiple championships. He's got multiple times leading the league in passing yards and all this kind of stuff. He's done all the stuff that Mahomes has done. I think Drake Maye, you could make the argument Drake Maye, especially depending on what happens in this episode, you can make the argument that Drake Maye has usurped Patrick Mahomes as the second greatest quarterback of all time. I don't know. Even if we win these next 2 Super Bowls, it's still going to be pretty tough to make the argument that Drake Maye should surpass Tom Brady because of what Tom Brady did for 20 years. This is only 10 years. He'd still have to go another 10 years and do what Tom Brady did. But maybe you could even make the argument that Drake Maye should be higher than him because he did it in a less amount of time. Drake Maye won all these championships and all these MVPs and all these other awards in 10 years, in half the time that Tom Brady did. So maybe there's different ways you could go on it with the argument of, does this series make Drake Maye better than Tom Brady? Is Tom Brady still the GOAT? Like, we can have those debates and those discussions after the series is over. You can make the argument either way. I would understand either way you would make the argument. Like, I would believe either way because, I mean, 10 years is half of 20, so Tom Brady had 20 years to do what he did, and he's the GOAT. So does Drake Maye doing all this in 10 years mean that he's better than Tom because he did it in half the time? I don't know. That's for later discussions, but I do think that Drake Maye is pretty much solidified as the second, at the very least, the second greatest quarterback of all time. Maybe even the second greatest player of all time, depending on what he does in these last 2 episodes. But it's time to actually find out what he's going to do in these last 2 episodes. So if you're excited, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button because college football content is just days away. You do not want to miss it. There's going to be multiple different dynasty series. There's going to be Road to Glory. There's going to be regular rebuilds. There's going to be challenge rebuilds, maybe an Ultimate Team video here and there. There's going to be so much content. You do not want to miss it. So hit that subscribe button and make sure you're around for the ride. I cannot wait. Without further ado, it is time to get started here in episode number 9. Let's go see if we can make another championship run. We are here in 2031 with our New England Patriots. Let's take a look at this roster and get refreshed with who we have on the squad. Obviously, we have true 99 overall Drake Maye as our starting quarterback. We've talked about it in the intro. We've talked about it ad nauseum for a few years now, or for a few videos now, I should say, that Drake Maye is becoming one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And now having that true 99 overall just adds a little bit more credibility to that claim and that statement. We've got great wide receivers. We've got a great running back, a solid enough offensive line. They're still pretty young, so they probably they'll get better within this episode and then the next episode, obviously. We do move Jacques Session to a safety. I think we did that last episode, so this is his second full episode as the starting strong safety. But now moving him over to the strong safety position does hinder our cornerback depth that I've been praising for a few episodes. We did have crazy cornerback depth, and we still kind of do, but it's kind of a little bit weaker now. I mean, all we've got is 4 corners, and 2 of them are over 85. The other ones are still kind of low overalls. So, I mean, they're going to be able to get the job done because Christian Gonzalez is one of the best corners in the league, and Evans is also one of the best corners in the league. So they'll be able to get the job done, but we used to, a couple years ago, have just all this crazy depth at corner, and now it's pretty much all gone. We still have great defensive line depth. We have a great linebacking core, especially with Mr. Zach Gore. This man is one of my favorite draft picks because he's just so good. he's so good so quickly. Like, this is his 4th year in the league, and he's already a 97 X Factor. He's so good, like, right away. It's so awesome to have this man. So I'm so happy we made the trade, or made the draft pick for him, because he's a stud. So that is what the roster looks like headed into year number 9. Is there anything that we need to do? I don't think so. I think we can just kind of move right on to the end of the season and see how this Patriots team does. Will we ever get that elusive perfect season? I don't know. Probably not, but there's always that hope that we could. So I guess the only thing left to do is simulate. So I'll see you guys at the end of year number 9 with the results and hopefully another MVP for Drake Maye. Unfortunately, we again don't get the undefeated season. We end up losing 4 games, which is kind of upsetting, but hey, I mean, we're obviously not as good as we have been in the past. It's still good enough to get the number 1 seed in the AFC, though, so that's nice. And it looks like Drake Maye has led the league again in passing yards, and I'm assuming touchdown. And the one thing about Drake Maye is you know he's going to be a very efficient quarterback. And, like, so efficient that it's like astronomical. 76% through a full 17-game season is outrageous, especially with this amount of attempts. Like, I mean, that's crazy. The efficiency that Drake Maye throws passes is light years ahead of what Brady was doing, and Brady was super efficient. 4,800 yards through the air, 37 touchdowns to just 3 interceptions. I would like to think that that's going to be another MVP for Drake Maye, but you never know. If another quarterback maybe threw for a few more touchdowns than he did, then maybe they'll give it to them. Like, it's hard to tell, but I would assume this is going to be another MVP season for Drake Maye. I would hope, at least. Rushing-wise, I mean, Kevin Callahan is killing it. 1,100 yards and 15 touchdowns. Keon Coleman and Romeo Doubs both destroyed the league this year with 1,500 yards and 1,200 yards, respectively, and both had 13 touchdowns. Demario Douglas had a great year. Brock Bowers had a great year. Defensively, Zach Gore, again, just is the best player ever. 112 tackles. Gonzo had 87. Marquand Evans had 84. Session had 84 as well. Tackle for loss leader was Barmore, who's still around dominating, 13. Elliott had 11. 10 for Newton and Givens. And then you got sack leader was Michael Givens with 5.5. Barmore 5. Newton had 4.5. 4 for Elliott and Zach Gore. Interception leader, everybody had 1. It's kind of crazy, actually. Every single person had 1. I mean, we got a lot of picks, but nobody had more than 1. That's kind of wild. And you got to remember that our offense, I think just our offense of playbook is Cowboys. Yeah, we are running offensive play. We've been running this for a few years now, the offensive playbook being Dallas. So that's why Drake Maye is dominating as well as he is. But he's also a 99 overall, so it helps. Like, it makes sense. We take on the Tennessee Titans in the divisional round. Can we get back to the AFC Championship, please? Just barely. 24-23. My God. Just barely getting past the Tennessee Titans. But we are back in the AFC Championship against the Buffalo Bills, who went 11-6. And it says right up here, playoff blizzard. So I'm assuming when we jump into this game, it's going to be a little bit Christmassy, a little bit of snow in the air and snow on the ground as we take on the Buffalo Bills, one of our biggest rivals, maybe our biggest rival outside of like an NFC team that we might have a rivalry with, but certainly the Bills are our biggest rival. Can we get a job done and beat the Bills and go back to the Super Bowl again? Time will tell. Okay, so even though it said playoff blizzard, there is no snow on the field at all in this game. I wonder if maybe because I didn't actually click on it, it didn't register. So, whatever. I know it's probably going to be cold because it's early January or middle January in Foxborough in New England, so obviously it's going to be cold. But there is no snow on the ground for this game. Maybe it's invisible snow. We're losing 10-9 though. I don't like this. Come on, boys. Let's get it figured out. We need the boys to get good. Although the Bills' offense has not really like dominated, they've gotten some good field goals, but our defense has done a good enough job. And now we have the lead, and now we might be able to take over 23-13. It's a 10-point game in the fourth quarter. The Bills get the touchdown, but all we have to do is run the clock out, basically. And we do it. 23-20. We're skating by barely in these playoff games, but we're winning. We won 24-23 against the Titans, and now 23-20 against the Buffalo Bills. We have won both games by a total of 4 points. That's kind of wild. But hey, a win is a win is a win is a win. So I don't care if we win by half a point. As long as it's a W in our side, I don't care how it gets done. We don't have to be dominating every single game at this point. We've already proven our dominance in past years. Everybody knows that we're good. Now we got the biggest target on our back, so everybody's gunning for us. So as long as we can win, it don't matter if we win by a point or 100 points. I don't care. But it is now time for another Super Bowl for the New England Patriots. The dynasty can become the greatest of all time if we win this one. Can we do it? It's against 11-6 Cardinals team. It's not going to be easy, but I believe in Drake Maye. The Super Bowl, Patriots, Cardinals. Both teams have a vastly different history with the Super Bowl. Obviously, the Patriots much more so in the good side of things, and the Cardinals not so much, but they are in here again. I wonder if the Kyler Murray still can't be their quarterback. I wouldn't think, at least. But we'll find out, I guess. 21-10, 21-18, 28-18 in the fourth quarter. Patriots might be able to do it again. 31-18, that's ball game. And there it is. The title is back in New England again, man. I mean, it's just, he's the best right there. That's the best quarterback of all time. Right there, you're looking at him. At least in modern interpretations of that title. The greatest quarterback. It doesn't get much better than Drake Maye, man. It's Patrick Mahomes. He's in Arizona now. Okay. I didn't expect that, but he is now in Arizona. Okay. Did we know about that? Did we talk about that in a previous video? I don't remember at all. We might have, and I just completely blocked that out. That's crazy. But Mahomes got him here even 9 years later than how old he is. So he's 9 years older than what he is in real life. And he's still getting the job done, getting to the Super Bowl. Not getting the full job done, because obviously this man right here is better than Mahomes. And now he has that on his resume. He's beaten what was thought to be the second greatest quarterback of all time in the biggest game. Yeah, it's a very much different version of Mahomes than what he was when he was considered that at the time. But, I mean, hey, he still got to the Super Bowl, so he still got something. But now Drake Maye can add that to his list. I mean, that's another thing that he and Brady have in common. Brady beat Mahomes in the Super Bowl, too. So, both, I mean, he just keeps adding the same things that Brady added to his resume. It's kind of crazy. And here we are at the off-season period for what will be the final time, because remember, in Season 10, we don't go any further past the season recap portion. So, this will be the final time we go through the off-season here in the series. And here it is, another MVP season for Drake, or another MVP win for Drake Maye in the Super Bowl, but he does not win the actual league MVP. So that's what I was concerned about. I wonder if Lamar Jackson, maybe he had more rushing yards, maybe he had more, because he also won Offensive Player of the Year too. But this is now our 1, 2, If I could get my brain and my fingers weren't connected there. 2, 3, 4. So this is 4 in a row for the New England Patriots. 4 in a row. 4 in a row. The new dynasty, the new greatest dynasty to ever walk the earth has arrived. And we also need to check some development trade upgrades. Maybe we got some. Because Dobbs and Coleman both had really good seasons, so maybe they go up. Although Dobbs is already an X Factor, so I don't think he can go up. He obviously can. But are there any other upgrades here? Coleman does, in fact, go up to X Factor. Beautiful. Kevin Callahan stays at star. Obviously, Drake Maye stays. Everybody on the offensive line stays because nobody won offensive lineman of the year. I really wish that DeJuan Jones would have got star development, but hey, offensive lineman struggle. Any other differences here? No, I don't think I see any other differences. Although Zach Gore is now a true 99, so that's our second player that is a true 99 overall. Givens is there, but close. He's a 98. But I don't notice... I think everybody else is still star development, unfortunately. That's okay. I mean, star development still gets the job done, especially because we've won 4 straight titles, so obviously it still gets the job done. This team is pretty fantastic. This team is... But it might be gone in this episode because we don't have any money. Can I even move money over? I mean, I'll try. Is it going to be enough? Because Michael Givens wants freaking over $100 million. So... I'll move as much money as I physically can. I can't do Drake Maye's contract. I can't do Christian. Oh, this is not looking good. We're at that point where I can't restructure the most expensive contracts. And, I mean, this guy's contract is not going to make that much of a difference. It's not good. We're in a bad spot, ladies and gentlemen. We might be having to say goodbye to a lot of very good players because I put myself into a corner. Yeah, I can't restructure any of the contracts. Like Drake Maye's contract can't do. Gonzalez's contract can't do. Dobbs, we can't do it. So we're going to be saying goodbye to Michael Givens, which is sad because he's one of my favorite players. He's only 26, too. Oh, that's brutal. Our best running back is going to be gone. Jacques Session is gone. Oh, man, we're losing a lot of talent. Demario Douglas is gone. This team is going to look vastly different for the final year. Good thing is, it's the final year. But we are going to be vastly different now here in season 10. We might not win our 5th title. Kevin Callahan's been a great player, though. We drafted him from the jump, and he's been a really, really good player for us. Very talented. Who else are we going to be losing? We're going to be losing maybe some of these offensive linemen. I don't know. We're definitely going to be losing Michael Givens, who I love. One of my favorite picks. Him and Zach Gore certainly are some of the best ones. I mean, Michael Givens and Jacques Sessions were in that first draft together. They were in the first draft together, but they were in a draft together, and we got them both. And I mean, he's got 95 pursuit as a defensive lineman. This man is an unbelievable freak of nature. He was built in a lab. He's so good. He's not human. And then we're going to be losing Jacques Session, who is another great player. We had to move to safety. But now, we don't really have any other options at safety. We're going to be really weird next year. It's going to be a kind of a culture shock, I'd have to say. Who are the other players that we're going to be losing? I don't even know. So we're going to be losing Givens, Callahan, Session, DeAndre Sutton. Oh, no, we're not going to lose him. He's got an option. Good thing I saw that. Accept option on DeAndre Sutton. Franklin. Oh, we're going to lose both our running backs? I was hoping at least one of them would stay around. Franklin Noel is gone as well, but we didn't really know him too much because Callahan was always the starter. Trey Gamble is gone, but we didn't really get to see much of him. Demario Douglas, unfortunately, is gone. DJ Turner, not Shaden Elliott. Oh, we're going to be so weak at every position, aren't we? The depth is gone. The depth is gone. Felix Youngblood we just got here, so he's not that big of a deal. But it is more safety depth that we lose. Coakley's gone. Tim Allen's gone. Conrad Buckner is gone, our starting center. Oh, I hate it. I hate it here. I absolutely hate it here. Darius Robinson, who's been a dominant player for us, is gone. Javon Baker's gone finally. Oh, my God. And Uche and Houston are gone. So many people were losing. Oh, I don't want to advance. I don't want to see the team. Oh, don't show me the team. Oh, my God. We moved down from a 92 to an 87. What's the team look like now? Oh my god. I mean, the team is just, it's depleted. The offensive line's still pretty similar. Luckily, we had really good depth at center. We have no running back now. We have Jalen Polk and this dude Richardson now as our backup wide receivers. And then I don't want to see the defense, man. Oh my god, the depth is gone, and oh my god. This is what happens when you don't, when you keep players on your team that are far too expensive. When you don't manage the salary cap very well, this is the happenings. Oh, that's depressing. We just lost so many talented players. There's almost no way we can win a Super Bowl next year. Michael Givens is the highest rated player by far in this free agency class. He wants to go back home to Utah, so I guess it makes sense as long as he signs with a team close to Utah, maybe like Denver. Maybe he signs with Denver or something like that, or California, some team in California. There's a lot of good players in the class. I guess we'll keep track of where they go. We'll follow where they go in this first period. But we now need to draft some players in the draft that are going to have to start right away. A starting safety, a starting outside linebacker, a starting defensive lineman, a starting running back. That's already 4 positions that we have to draft in the draft this year. That all have to start as rookies. So Michael Givens, even though he wanted to go close to home in Utah, he goes all the way the opposite side of the country to Philadelphia. I guess money talks, man. Andrew Thomas decides not to go anywhere. Kevin Callahan signed with Chicago. So did Logan Holiday. And oh my god. Chicago just signed 3 of the top free agents in the class. That's kind of crazy. Any of our other guys signed yet? No. Oh, Trey Gamble is one of our guys. He signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But the Eagles get the best defensive pass rusher of all time, possibly. All right, whatever. That's a sad day. Sad day. Oops, I didn't mean to go to this. I wanted to go to... I also don't know what our draft picks look like. Obviously, we have the final pick, but do we have multiple? Did I get multiple? I don't even remember. Andrew Thomas signs with the Titans, and so does Justin Herbert. So they made the playoffs. We played them in the divisional round, and yeah, they go and sign a veteran in both positions. Fred Warner, Tampa Bay. Demario Douglas goes to Tampa Bay. So a lot of the same teams signing some of the players. The Saints get Conrad Buckner. Man, Tampa Bay and Chicago... Tampa Bay and Chicago are, and Tennessee, I guess. Those are like 3 of the biggest players in free agency this year. But at least some of our players get to still play on the same team. They still get to be teammates. So that's nice. Except for Givens. He just goes completely off book and goes to the Philadelphia Eagles. Hopefully we don't have to play the Eagles next year because I'm going to be sad. Alright, so I did scout this number 1 pick, Kirk Lambert, at wide receiver, just because I thought he could be a cool player to have. He is 4.3 speed, so I might want to continue on that. But now we need to go and, like, scout safeties, which is not something I was hoping to scout or wanting to scout. So we'll scout Marquise Sneed, and we also need to scout either defensive line or something. We'll scout this guy, Marcus Yankee. So those will be the guys that we scout. Oh, it's going to be quite the year. It is going to be quite the year next year. Although, we need to see what draft picks we have. What draft picks do we have? Practice squad draft picks. So we all have only our own picks. Okay. I wasn't sure if I made any trades or not. You never know with me. Past juice is always making moves. So all we have is our own pick, so we're not going to be able to get Lambert, but that's okay. We have 2 great wide receivers already. Although Lambert's kind of fallen here. I was going to say, does he fall all the way to the pick 32? But he doesn't. He goes to the Denver Broncos. Okay, let's get to our pick, and let's see which kind of players are available for us. So Marquise Sneed is available, which is big, because he's one of the guys that we were targeting, and so is Marcus Yankee. We're only going to be able to get one of the 2. So which one do I want more? Do I want Marcus Yankee? He looks okay. He doesn't look great, but he looks okay. But Marcus Sneed, how good does he look? 4.5 speed. I mean, he might be better than Yankee. I think I'm going to take Marquise Sneed. He does have 88 speed, 92 excel. So we get a hidden development player to start at strong safety. So that's our Jacquez Session replacement. Now we need to go into the second round and either get a running back, a defensive lineman, or a outside linebacker. We do have outside linebackers pretty much all the way scouted. And Tyrese Bullard, I'm going to keep my eye on Tyrese Bullard. I think we might be able to get him in the 3rd round. So we'll keep an eye on him. Pat Bingham also could be a guy. So we have 2 choices. We can either get Pat Bingham or the other dude. Hopefully both of them are available. Is there a defensive lineman? I might have to take one of them now if there's not a defensive lineman available that I like. Charlie Money. That's a great name. Charlie Money is a great name. But he does not... He's a decent athlete, but he's not fantastic. Tavares Smiley. Talk about another great name. But he's not better. I think the Money guy is a little bit better. What I might do, I might just take the 2 guys. Like, they might be the best players left. At least on the defensive side of things. I'm going to take Pat Bingham first. He's also a hidden development. That's awesome. So we hit on both of our 2 draft picks right now. And then we'll go to the 3rd round and hope and pray that other guy is available. Please tell me he's still available. He is not. He got taken. So at least we get one of the 2. At least we get one of the 2. Calvin Glover doesn't look bad. He could be a nice replacement option, I guess. But it's a good thing that we got that dude. Otis Freeman. Who's this guy? Oh my god. Otis Freeman is a potentially undrafted player, and he looks like a steal. I've never really seen that before. That's kind of rare. We also need to get a running back, so we need to hopefully find one that is here. 5'8". What is this, Darren Sproles? Evan Sasser. Okay, there could be some good ones here. Andrew Enriquez. We need somebody that's got some decent speed, and you got to be able to tell, is their juke move and spin move good? But this guy's got power back as his one, and his break tackle and his strength is elite. I'm going to go to Deshaun Gore. Only no development, but 88 speed for a power back is kind of crazy. So Deshaun Gore is going to be our starting running back. And then we're going to go to round number 4. So we've got our outside linebacker, we've got our safety, and we've got our running back. All we need now is a defensive lineman, but, cheeks, we might get away with moving one of our linebackers to defensive line. That's always a possibility. So Glover and Freeman are still available. I think I'm going to take Glover because I don't think that there's anybody else, especially nobody on the defensive line that I want. And I don't think there's any linebackers other than the guys. So I'm going to take Calvin Glover here. He's probably not development. No, he's not. But he might end up having some good stuff. And then in the 5th round, I'm probably going to take that Otis Freeman dude. And then we can just decide who wants to play defensive line. There's a lot of wide receivers still on the board. Let's take... Where's he at? Did he get taken? Oh my god, he got taken. Otis Freeman got grabbed. I guess other teams saw his potential. He got grabbed. That's crazy. Well, that's not what I was expecting. I should have taken him over the Glover dude then. I didn't think he'd get grabbed since he was potentially undrafted. I kind of assumed he wouldn't get grabbed, but he does. He most certainly does get taken. Donald Foster has poor speed. I'm already out. Is there anybody else that has potential to be good at corner? Don Cooks, elite acceleration, but he doesn't. I mean, his man coverage could be an A, but it's probably more likely a B or a C. Poor speed already. Don't give me poor speed. I don't even really know what else to grab. Rashad Davis, 6'4" wide receiver, probably bad. I don't know where to go now without having Otis Freeman. I thought I was gonna be easily grabbing that dude, but I guess not. I'm just gonna let the CPU handle the rest because I have no idea where to go. They'll at least take people at positions that we need. So that Otis Freeman pick would have been really awesome. I need to find him. I don't know what team drafted him, but I need to find him and hope that I didn't miss out on something crazy. So we end up getting a 73 in Snead, a 74 in Bingham, and a 76 in Deshaun Gore, which are all great starting rookie positions, or overalls. Calvin Glover ends up being a 68, which is kind of unfortunate. But I need to find that dude. He was probably taken in the 4th round. So where is Otis Freeman? He was not taken in the 4th round. Is he taken in the 5th round? Otis Freeman. He had to have been taken at some point, right? There he is. He ended up being a 71 as a potentially undrafted guy. I should have taken him. He looks so much better than Glover. I just assumed that I would be able to get both of them. And I guess you know what happens when you assume. I made a mistake there. That's my bad. But at least we are still competitive, I would say, for the final season. We're obviously not as good as we once were, but we are still slightly competitive. We'll generate the best lineup. Gore will now start at running back. And then on defense, we get Sneed and Bingham will now start at the outside linebacker positions. And we've got a rookie starting at defensive line, Jermaine Flowers. Maybe he can turn into something. He doesn't look great, but maybe he can turn into something. Who knows? It's going to be a rough final year. And unfortunately, we did Drake Maye dirty because we're trying to give him the best chances to surpass Brady as the greatest of all time. And in the final shot that he has to do that, we've kind of given him a bad team. We haven't really managed the salary cap very well. And that's on me. I will admit that is on me. I should have managed the salary cap better. But hey, I was trying to win championships, okay? I was trying to win championships. So don't blame me. Blame the game. But that's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.